Hey guys, it's GMan. Welcome back to My World 67. Well, I just got a little kind of a quick video for you today. A little project that I worked on. I just wanted to share it with you. I didn't do the video, unfortunately, while I was working on it and putting it together. I kind of did it in a piecemeal sort of way. Just when I had time, I'd sit down and just work on it once I figured out how I wanted to do it. But what I had is a 1955 Unique Arts Sky Ranger LightHouse tower. And I'm going to show you a picture of it here. Okay, and I took this tower and I modified it because this tower was just the tower itself, just as you see it basically. And it had no wind up motor in it. It had no no rod for it, and it was missing both of the vehicles that were supposed to be attached to it. Either two airplanes and a blimp, or an airplane and a blimp. However they had it, whichever one you got at the time when you bought it. So all I had was the lighthouse structure, just the tin shell. And it was in decent shape. So I cleaned it up real good and touched it up and repainted the base. And then I figured, why not, because I actually thought about fixing it, putting a motor in it and fixing it so it would rotate, and put a couple of planes on it or whatever with a wire. And I decided I didn't want to do that. I decided, why not build a working lighthouse tower? And so I did. I don't know whether I showed it to you in that last, no, I didn't, the last video. But I'm going to show it to you here in a few minutes. First, I'm going to show you this picture of what this tower looked like when it's brand new, or if it's complete. Look at this. Okay, that's what it should look like when you have one that's complete and it's operable. those things, those planes or blimps, will turn around on it. And it's kind of a neat, working, operating uh, accessory that you can use on your layout. But what I ended up doing was taking that top section off of the lighthouse tower, taking the top of it off, and then I had to figure out what I was going to use to make a base for the light and how I was going to slide that light down in there. So I got a light, pre-wired light, and took one of these clear plastic cups. This one's a little larger than the one I actually used. I actually used one just the next size up from this. And you can get these. They come on your cough syrup bottles. Just a lot of things have these little clear tops because they're actually pre-measured. And then you just take some good old hand sanitizer. And sometimes you'll have to use one of those little green scratch pads. And just run that hand sanitizer on there. And if it doesn't take it completely all off by itself, then you just take one of those little scratch pads, and you don't have to do it real hard. Just put some more hand sanitizer on it, and these words, all the lettering will come right off this plastic containers. Now I took one of these, I put it down in the base, and I had to cut it off. Like I said, they're pre-measured, some of them, depending on the size that you get. But if you get a size that just fits down in there, and trust me, most of your smaller bottles of cough syrup and so forth and so on come with the smaller lids. So you don't have to search around and hunt around. You've probably thrown some away, or you already have a couple laying around. You can get them also in your hobby stores. And I believe Walmart has them. They keep them in the crafts out. You can use them to dip your brushes in, to clean your brushes with a solution for your brush cleaner. And so anyway, slid it down inside and put my light down inside it, and mounted it with a hot glue gun so that it would stay there. And my light was pre-wired, but I had to lengthen the wire, so I added wire to it and brought it out through the base. Then I took another one of these. Once I had this set down into the base and the light in place, I took another one of these, mounted it to the top, the original top, which I had taken off, and I drilled a hole down through the top and put in one of these. Why did I do that? Because I wanted the red light, a coned red light on the top of the tower. And I painted this red using a red permanent marker, because red paint would actually be too dark and too thick. And I wanted it to show up well. So I drilled a hole, which it has a hole in the center of it anyway. The top. I drilled a hole through the top, the size of this upper portion or the lower portion. And this is actually a glue nozzle, spare glue nozzles with a smaller tip to use on your tubes of glue. I slipped that down through there and I glued it in place so that there'd be some permanency. And as I said, I took one of these, the smaller one, just big enough that it fits around the outside of the tower snugly. And I slipped it down, I glued it in place on the lid, on the top, on the bottom side, and drilled 4 holes, 1, 2, 3, 4, around the outside perimeter. Small holes, so that this would get air. Because that bulb will, though those bulbs don't put out a whole lot of heat, if it's on for a while, it will get warm. And so you want as much as that heat to be disposed of as possible. Okay, so this goes through here, comes out, sits up here. This goes down over the lighthouse. Let me show you the finished product. Here it is. Now, I'm going to light it up and let you see how it looks. And I'm going to run my Chicago Northwestern S3 and let it run for a few minutes. All right, here we go. Now that's my K-line, and you remember the video on that, I had a problem with my front truck, so I just completely disassembled the front truck and front motor. Now it's running on a single motor instead of a dual motor. And I've got a Lionel front truck on it. But anyway, guys, all I had was this portion. The base. This is that measuring cup. This is the original top. It's set here. Drill the hole through it, put in the extra glue tip, and as I said, made it red. Attach some extra length of wire to it. turn this up just a little bit. Later on, I'll probably, or I may, fix the correct truck for this and put that extra motor back in it. But I like it like it is. It runs great. I think I pulled like 8 cars with it. That's the most I could get on here at one time. But anyway, just a quick video just to let you know what you can do with old toy, mechanical toys or accessories. You don't always have to go back with them conventionally. You can turn them and change them and still make them functional and serve just as good a purpose, but truly a different purpose than what they were made for. All right, guys. As always, remember, God loves you. Jesus Christ is love. And I love you guys too. Happy rails until next time. This has been a Catzilla production. Bye for now. We should have one released in a few days. Bye-bye.